Sylvanus Olympio was a very important leader in Africa. He was the first president of Togo, a country in West Africa. Olympio dreamed of a free and prosperous Togo for all its citizens. He worked hard to make this dream a reality for his people. His story is one of courage and strong belief in his nation. However, his life was cut short in a shocking way. This is the story of Sylvanus Olympio and his journey. He remains a key figure in Togo's complex history. Olympio was born on September 6, 1902, in Lome, the capital of Togo. He came from a well-known and respected family. His family had roots in Brazil, with Afro-Brazilian heritage. This background gave him a unique perspective on the world. His grandfather was an important trader who had returned from Brazil. The Olympio family was influential in business and social circles in Lome. This upbringing provided him with opportunities many did not have at the time. He grew up during a period of colonial rule in his homeland. For his higher education, Sylvanus Olympio traveled to Europe. He studied at the prestigious London School of Economics in England. There, he earned a degree in economics, a field that would prove useful. His time in London exposed him to new ideas about governance and self-determination. He learned about different political systems and economic theories. This education helped shape his views on colonialism and independence. He returned to Togo with a strong desire to improve his country. This Western education set him apart and prepared him for future leadership. After completing his studies, Olympio began a successful career. He worked for Unilever, a large British company in Africa. He quickly rose through the ranks due to his skills and hard work. He became the head of Unilever's operations in Togo, a significant achievement. This role gave him valuable experience in management and administration. He learned how to run large organizations efficiently. His success in the business world earned him respect. Many saw him as a capable and intelligent leader even before he entered politics. Sylvanus Olympio's journey into politics was driven by a deep love for his country. He saw the injustices of French colonial rule in Togo. He believed that Togolese people should govern themselves. The period after World War II brought new hopes for freedom across Africa. Olympio felt it was time for Togo to decide its own future. He decided to step away from his successful business career. He wanted to dedicate his life to fighting for Togo's independence. This was a brave decision that changed his life and Togo's history. In the 1940s, Olympio became a leading voice in the independence movement. He helped form and lead a political party called the Comité de l'Unité Togolaise, or QT. The CUT, meaning Committee of Togolese Unity, aimed to unite Togolese people. It sought an end to French colonial administration in the territory. The party gained strong support, especially from the Yu people in the south. Olympio was a charismatic leader who could inspire large crowds. He clearly articulated the desire of the Togolese for self-rule. His message resonated with many who yearned for freedom and dignity. Olympio and the CUT campaigned tirelessly for Togo's independence. He traveled widely, speaking to people and gathering support. He also took Togo's case to the international stage. He addressed the United Nations, pleading for Togo's right to self-determination. The path was not easy. France, the colonial power, resisted these calls. Another challenge was the division of Togoland. Part of it was under British rule and later joined Ghana. Olympio focused on achieving independence for French Togoland. He faced many obstacles but never gave up his fight. Finally, Togo achieved its independence on April 27, 1960. This was a momentous day for the nation, and for Sylvanus Olympio. The United Nations had supervised elections in 1958. Olympio's CUT party won a decisive victory in those elections. This victory paved the way for full independence from France. Olympio became the first prime minister, and then the first president of the new Togolese republic. He had successfully led his country to freedom. The people of Togo celebrated their newfound sovereignty with great joy and hope for the future. As Togo's first president, Sylvanus Olympio had a clear vision for his nation. He wanted Togo to be strong, independent, and economically stable. He dreamed of a country where all citizens could thrive. The early days of independence were filled with optimism and excitement. People looked to Olympio to guide them towards a brighter future. He took office with a promise to build a democratic and prosperous Togo. He emphasized national unity and hard work as essential values. His leadership was seen as key to navigating the challenges ahead. President Olympio implemented several key economic policies. He aimed to make Togo less dependent on foreign aid, especially from France. He introduced austerity measures to control government spending. He believed in fiscal discipline and careful management of resources. His government focused on developing agriculture, a key sector of Togo's economy. Efforts were also made to improve infrastructure like roads and ports. Olympio wanted to create a solid economic foundation for the young nation. He was determined to prove that an African nation could manage its own affairs successfully. However, leading a new nation was not without its difficulties. Olympio faced internal challenges and growing political opposition. Some accused his government of becoming too authoritarian. They felt he was not tolerant enough of different political views. Managing dissent became a significant issue during his presidency. Nation building is a complex process, often filled with disagreements. Olympio tried to balance the need for order with democratic freedoms. These internal pressures added to the already difficult task of governing. The unity he had championed was sometimes hard to maintain. A major challenge came from a group of former soldiers. These men had served in the French army in wars like Indochina and Algeria. After Togo's independence, they returned home expecting to join the Togolese military. President Olympio was hesitant to integrate all of them. He worried about the cost of a large army for a small, developing nation. He also reportedly feared that a strong military could threaten civilian rule. His decision, or slow action, led to widespread dissatisfaction among these veterans. They felt disrespected and ignored by their own government. This created a dangerous source of tension. The growing discontent among the former soldiers reached a critical point. On January 13, 1963, a military coup d'état took place. It was the first successful coup in post-colonial French-speaking Africa. The soldiers, led by figures like Emmanuel Bojol and Etienne Eyadema, later known as Masingbe Eyadema, moved against Olympio's government. Their main grievance was his refusal to integrate them into the Togolese army with their French army ranks and pay. The plot was swift and targeted the president directly. This event marked a dark turn in Togo's early history. Sylvanus Olympio was assassinated during the coup. Reports state he was killed by the soldiers outside the United States Embassy in Lome. He had apparently sought refuge there. His death sent shockwaves across Togo and the African continent. It was a brutal end for a leader who had championed peaceful independence. Etienne Eyadema, then a sergeant, reportedly claimed to have fired the shots that killed Olympio. The assassination of a sitting president was a profound tragedy. It highlighted the fragility of new African democracies at the time. The immediate aftermath of Olympio's assassination was a period of instability. Togo's democratic journey was abruptly halted. The coup leaders installed a civilian government, but military influence remained strong. This event set a precedent for military involvement in Togolese politics for decades to come. Masingbe Eyadema would later seize power himself in 1967. He ruled Togo for 38 years, creating a long-lasting authoritarian regime. The hopes of Olympio's era for a vibrant democracy faced a severe setback. The nation struggled to find political stability for many years. Despite his tragic end, Sylvanus Olympio's legacy endures. He is remembered as the father of Togolese independence, He was a Pan-Africanist who believed in Africa's potential. His efforts to build a self-reliant nation are still recognized. While some criticize his leadership style, his commitment to Togo is rarely questioned. His assassination is seen as a pivotal moment in African post-colonial history. Today, his family, including his son Gilchrist Olympio, has continued to be active in Togolese politics. Sylvanus Olympio remains a symbol of both the promise and the perils of early African nationhood.